Anishinaabe, Omenominaic, Lenape, Delaware, Mohikanack, French, English, Indao, Neopit, Indonjiba, the place I am from. We'd like to welcome you to Milwaukee. My English name is Mark Denning. I am Sturgeon Clan, and I am an Oneida Nation tribal member, and I was born on the Menominee Reservation. At a gathering much like this one on June 18th of this year, I was asked to speak for the Poor People's March on Washington, D.C. And when myself and others, addressed those assembled on Pennsylvania Avenue, it was a brilliant and amazing day. We had a chance to speak to thousands of people on the issues of poverty. Poverty knows no color. Within our Grand Medicine Lodge, our late Grand Chief Badwewadan B'nai Siaban, Eddie Benton B'nai, would often speak of how we are born in a world of abundance that was prepared here long before any of us were born. It is men that have caused poverty. It is men that have caused us to buy into the idea that we live in a world of scarcity. Our great Creator that has given us life never intended for us to live a life of impoverishment. Our great Creator that looks at us sees a fire that burns within each and every one of you, in me. And when we offer our prayers and words of greeting, we are heard equally, no one above another, no one poor person or rich person above another. And so when I hear other speakers speak of welcome, Indigenous leaders, we often begin with a land acknowledgement that's read. Mine is in the teachings that I received from our younger and older people. As Native people, we are still here. And for those who are impoverished, hardly anybody sees them. And our job this morning is to help bring your spirits up, to bring you a smile, to have you refreshed and recharged to do the difficult work that you do when you arrive back at home. We're also to acknowledge our ancestors that existed here long before any of us can remember. We remember the Kickapoo and the Meskwaki and the Menominee Nation. Remember here in the international waters of Lake Michigan, there were Ho-Chunks, certainly in the land of the Nishnabek or Potawatomi. There are 11 federally recognized tribes in the state of Wisconsin. There are about 40,000 Native American people. And we know what it is to be you as you sit at these tables, searching for that moment where you can use your voice to be heard. Self-determination, resilience, we all need it. Without it, and with being unseen, dangerous things happen to our old and to our young. My last comment before we dance for you is this. When COVID-19 struck Indigenous communities, its effect was so vast and so wide. Close to 36% of our Indigenous population in Wisconsin lives in poverty. When the United States came knocking at our door and said, "We are here to help you," a lot of our elders had questions. And those questions, fomented with division in our country and distrust, led to this fact that came out 5 days ago from the Center of Disease Control. We have lost so many elders that our average age of mortality in the United States is now 62.5 years old. We have not seen that number since 1944. Any conversation in a civilized world where a population can be forgotten, we lose huge swaths of elderly, and our children grow up in environments of continued and abject grief, has consequences in later years. That's why we're here, because we can do something about it. Afro-Indigenous, Latino Indigenous, those allies out there that can carry our voices, because we're only 1.5% of the United States population. For us to be heard and seen, we need your help. And so it's an honor to be here to help you, to lift your spirits, to help begin your morning in a fantastic way, because we're here, man, and we're alive, and so are you. So we're gonna get to it. My brother relative here, Brennan Potak, he's an incredible singer, and he is going to be giving you his voice. So if you can, for just a couple moments, rise for just this moment. We're going to be dancing down these aisles as close as we can to you, and let's start this conference in a beautiful and joyous way. Brennan?
Excuse my drum is a little flat. The weather was a little gray this morning.